up, everyone? Marc Lobliner, TigerFitness.com in sunny Florida. About to go roll with Phil Heath today. Now, I was just having a discussion with Jason. He said, "Hi, Jason."
What's up, guys?
Okay, he's over there in the dungeon. Okay, check it out. And I get this a lot on videos. I know we're gonna get on the Phil Heath video, so I wanted to kind of address it now because it's fucking stupid. I like when people go, "Well, their form can be off because they're on androgens, or they can do this, or they can do that." Now, let me tell you what steroids do or how I feel, because obviously we don't have scientific proof in that a steroid guy can do a non-good form rep versus a good form rep and get better results than a natural guy doing a non-good form rep versus a good form rep. We don't have that data. Jason, have you seen that research?
I have not seen that research.
I haven't seen that research. It's a bunch of fucking nerds in their mom's basement extrapolating data out of their mom's vagina. It's fucking retarded. Okay, so let me just get to the point. Let me just get to my feelings on this. Steroids amplify results. They amplify gains, but to optimize gains, and people who are natural with bad form might get the same amount of gains, but obviously not optimized as much or amplified as much as a person on androgens. So to say that, oh, I'm just going to say a name. Let's say Branch Warren. His form's been known to be a bit loose.
Loosey-goosey.
A little loose, okay? But he gets weight. He's won the most muscular at the Arnold. He's won the most muscular at the Olympia. He's won the Arnold Classic. The guy's a freak, right? Whereas if I've known natural guys who win, for example, I'm just going to bring up, fuck, I have to do it. Doug Miller's Rose. I know, Doug. Go ahead and comment, okay? Let's say it's not Doug Miller. Let's make an imaginary fucking being. Let's say it's Bob Dole. Let's say Bob Dole, the fucking ex-presidential candidate, decided, you guys, you young kids have no clue who I'm talking about. Like that Walter Mondale decided to fucking train. He had these great genetics, right? Bob Dole might get the same kind of gains as Branch Warren does, except it's going to be lesser because he's natural. He's not able to put on as much lean mass because he's not on androgens. Now, muscle growth is pretty fucking simple. It's pretty fucking simple. It's all about progressive overload, and it's all about, you know, building that muscle, hypertrophy. Steroids don't account for certain things. For example, central nervous system. It doesn't account for tendon and joint and ligament and all that shit. Okay, so steroids are going to amplify results. So to say that a guy on steroids can train with different form or using different things than a guy who's natural, I think is a bit silly. Now, obviously a guy on steroids can handle a bit more, may have a bit more recovery, but at the end of the day, their nervous system isn't going to recover faster, and they're still going to have the same joint issues as a natural guy, which is I've seen by training thousands and thousands of people over the years, by training thousands and thousands of people over the years, the main issue isn't muscular fatigue. It's usually overall body, mind, and joint issues that cause the symptoms of overtraining or the natty symptoms, whereas a guy on steroids, he has those same issues. So what I think it is people trying to justify why these guys can use form and get results. Look, even if you put them on similar programs with the overload they're doing and the weight they're doing at the full contraction of the rep, I do think that Branch and all these guys who are IFBB pros are maximizing their gains, are maximizing their results. It's unconventional. It's probably a bit more dangerous on their system. Is it optimal? Maybe not. But again, there's no control group. So what we're doing is we're just guessing, okay? So my opinion on the difference in how enhanced versus natural trainers should train. It depends on your goals, and it depends on your level of training. A guy who's an IFPA pro, like a Chad Austin or a Ron Parmeter or any of those guys who are advanced lifters who've been training 10 plus years, I think they can do a 5 to 6 to 7 day split. I think most people can. As Lane Norton once told me, hell, you could train every day of the week, but would it be better results than 5 days a week? Maybe not. But if you enjoy training, there are ways to do that. Okay, so my whole thing is, I think we need to get away from this whole steroids are these magical things that make it so you could train uncontrollably, that your central nervous system doesn't exist, that joint pain and issues don't exist, and you just make gains after gains after gains after gains. At the end of the day, bodybuilding is what you put in. You want a smart program that addresses rest, that addresses recovery, but also factors in applying enough overload and volume to reach your results. Okay, that's all I'm getting at. Are there minute differences in how they should train and how they should do everything? Maybe, but even dieting, at the end of the day, steroids, yeah, they help partition and all that, but it still comes into having a caloric surplus or a caloric deficit. So what we're looking at is not a creator, we're looking at an amplifier. I'm Marc Lobliner, TigerFitness.com, because pulling studies out of your ass, show me one study where it has any of those variables addressed, all right? That's not a thing.